downloaded a zip file from the National Stock Exchange website of India. We extracted a CSV file from it. We read the contents of the CSV file line by line, stored it as rows and columns, and then sorted them so that we have the top 5 moving stocks for a given day. Now we want to create an Excel file which has the top 5 moving stocks. This particular class will use a library called xlsxwriter to create this Excel file, which looks like what we are showing you on screen. So let's start off with this step. We'll first import the xlsxwriter module. It's a very cool module that will help you to open and create Excel files right into the cells of the Excel file and then close it. It's seriously like magic. First, let's initialize a variable with the name of the Excel file that we want to create. So this should be a path on your local desktop. This variable will be passed in to xlsxwriter, which will create a new workbook with this file path. We keep going back to the barrel analogy. This is equivalent to opening the barrel. We'll add a tab or worksheet to this Excel workbook and we'll call it summary. This is an empty worksheet and we'll have to write the data in cell by cell to this worksheet. So the way this works is that you will have to say write into a particular cell of the worksheet followed by the list of values that has to be written in. So if you say write into cell A1 and a list, the first value of the list will be written into A1 and the second value will be written into B1 and so on. Similarly, when we write the row A2 with the header of the columns stock, percentage change and value traded, it will start from the cell A2 and then fill in the next cells with the values of the list. Pretty simple. Basically, write the first cell from where your list of values should be filled in and then pass in the list of values that should be in that row. One per cell starting from that address. We'll write the 5 most heavily traded stocks into this particular Excel spreadsheet, and we'll do it by using a for loop because the pattern is exactly the same for each of them. So we can iterate through our list of lists, the one that we created in the previous step, and write each row of that list into one row of the Excel sheet. How do we iterate through only the first 5 rows of our list of lists? We can do this using the range function. Range is a function that auto-generates a list with the number of elements that we specify. So if you say range of 5, it's Python shorthand for producing a list of the first 5 numbers starting from 0. So range 5 is exactly equal to the list 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can iterate through this list and get an element for each number in this list and use that to fetch a row from our list of lists. So for row num in range 5, this will take values from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get the corresponding row from our sorted result. We'll call this one row to write. So one row to write is the corresponding row from the list of lists sorted by quantity, which we got in the last step. We'll write this out to the Excel sheet. Now, as you remember, when you are writing it to an Excel sheet, first you need to refer to the cell where this needs to be written. This cell number can be generated by using the row num as well. So remember, we've already written something into the first 2 rows of our Excel sheet. We've written some headers. So we want to start from the 3rd row. Also remember that we have to add 1 to the row number because Excel arrays are indexed from 1, but Python arrays are indexed from 0. So A plus stir row num plus 3 will create the cell number where we want to write our row. That's it, we are done. We have now finished writing into our Excel file. We just need to close the Excel file, run the program now, and you should be able to find an Excel file in the path that you specified that looks like this. It has the top 5 moving stocks for the